In this video, I'm going to teach you how to lose weight before school starts. Before we get into the video, if you're struggling with weight loss and you want my full help, click the link in the description and I will help you get to your goal. Hit the subscribe button and hit that like button right now. So, to give you some backstory, I used to weigh 205 pounds, and after many failed attempts, I finally managed to lose 25 pounds of body fat. And essentially, straight to the point, I did that with the keto diet and implementing fasting with that diet, whether it was intermittent fasting or prolonged fasting for multiple days. So, if you're watching this video, that means you want to quickly lose weight before school starts. Now, let me just say, it took me 3 months to lose 25 pounds, but mind you, that was kind of half-assing it because there were days where I wouldn't do keto diet or fasting. There were days where I fell back into temptation to eat whatever junk food I could get. But if you follow this strictly, you could see results within a matter of weeks. So what I would do starting right now, this very moment, is to start switching all your foods within your day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, to something that is keto friendly. You can look up recipes online, super simple recipes, but start doing that. And start limiting your meals to a max of 3 times a day. Because when I was overweight, I was definitely eating more than 3 times a day. I'm pretty sure I was eating up to 6 times a day, including snacks too. So you want to limit your meals to 3 times a day and have those meals be a keto friendly meal or a meal that's keto. But what is the keto diet actually? Let me get into that. Keto diet is essentially the diet that it's a diet that consists of eliminating carbs and eating high saturated fats and meats, and doing that will cause your body to go into ketosis, which is a chemical produced by your liver that helps burn your body fat instead of the sugar stored in your body for energy. Because when you eat other foods like pasta and stuff, what happens is your body will consume that as with any food, and use that food, which is loaded with carbs and sugar, as energy. And then once that's gone, it'll resort to having the sugars in your body. And then when that's done, your fat still remains, and your body will start resorting to consuming muscle mass or muscle protein or whatever. So in this case, the keto diet, your body will not do that, and instead will consume your body fat, the stored fats in your body, as energy. So that's step one. Replace your meals and limit your meals to three times a day. Start implementing intermittent fasting as step two. Essentially what that is within a window, a certain amount of hours in a day, so a window, you have your meals. So let's say if you really want to push it, you can pick 4 hours. So you have 4 hours of the day to eat your food. So you would eat at whatever time. Let's say 2 p.m. you have a meal, and then an hour later you have another meal, and then another hour another meal. So that's 3 meals. But in my opinion, if you're doing something like 4 hours, even 6-hour window, having 3 meals is a little bit too much in my opinion. So at that point, I would just limit to two good big meals that are keto friendly. And then because if you look at it like this, you have 4 hours of the day, or whatever hours, 4 to 6 hours of the day where you're eating, and then the rest of the day you're spending fasting. So it's 24 hours a day minus the hours that you pick to eat. So you minus 24 hours from the window eating, and then whatever you have left is the amount of hours you'll spend each day fasting. So let's say I pick 4 hours to eat. That means I have 20 hours in a day of fasting. On top of that, you're probably sleeping for maybe 6 to 7 hours, so that's another chunk of time when you're fasting. It's easier because you're sleeping, but that's something to always remember. Step 3. To really push yourself, and this is how I kind of lost weight faster, even though it took 3 months. When I did this, I noticed results a lot more quicker. Is to do prolonged fasting. Now you got to be careful when you do this because you got to stay hydrated. You can drink water. You can have coffee. That won't affect your ketosis, meaning no sugar in your coffee and no milk. But do your research, and yeah, doing this will really skyrocket and accelerate your weight loss progress. So combining 2 meals a day, intermittent fasting, and then picking a day or 2 or 3 to fast completely from food will really help your results. Help you see results. Now, the reason why I'm so adamant on this is because I struggled with weight loss my whole life. Up until last year, I struggled with being chubby. And last year specifically was when I was 205 pounds, and that was because I used eating as a coping mechanism. And what I was eating was junk food, and I was eating a lot of it. So I got to 205 pounds, and it wasn't until I did things properly, I learned how to do keto properly, and that's when I started seeing changes. So if you're someone who's struggling with weight loss and is keep failing at all the attempts, my suggestion is to click the link in the description, but also to educate yourself on what you're doing, because I had many attempts besides keto. So educate yourself, have the discipline to follow through with it, and have the consistency to do it all the time, every day, not just whenever you're able to. For example, before keto and a couple years before, I wasn't 205 pounds, but I was still bigger than I would have liked to be. There was many attempts that I made, whether it was trying to focus on cardio, focusing on trying to eat better, and I kept failing. Even at keto, actually, I had many attempts at keto, and again, the reason why I kept failing was because I lacked the 3 things. I lacked the discipline, the education, and the consistency to follow through with that properly. So that's my suggestion if you're someone who can't find the answer or the results you need for losing weight. But yeah, it wasn't until I stumbled across a YouTube channel that specializes in keto and actually has all these informative videos about the keto diet, where I actually educated myself and made things much more clear and simpler. Doesn't mean the whole process was easy, but it was a lot more simpler, and I was able to plan things out properly and do it at a better approach. Again, it wasn't easy, but I knew what I was doing, essentially, because when you're doing something with trial and error, you may or may not succeed. So educate yourself, have the discipline, and be consistent with that, and follow the steps I provided in the video for losing weight rather quickly. It won't happen overnight, but if you follow these results very strictly, you'll see. If you follow these steps strictly, you'll see results. Replace your meals with keto meals. Limit to 3 times a day, and if you're doing intermittent fasting, have it 2 times a day, or even 1. You'll see crazy results if you see 1 meal a day. And then implement prolonged fasting, multiple days of fasting. Make sure you're drinking water. Look into your supplements. Look into that. Do the research. Educate yourself. And yeah, if you made it this far into the video, I thank you so much. Again, if you're someone who needs help losing weight, click the link in the description, and I will personally help you lose weight. Hit that subscribe button right now and like the video. And thank you for watching.